I checked out The Collector. Now I noticed a couple of these, like The Collector as well as The Collector and another one in here, I checked on Amazon, they aren't going to be released until March 30th, but I've seen them there for a long time, like at least a month at my local Blockbuster. And check this out, and I actually really enjoy this movie. It's, I will say that it has a lot of faults, but it's still very enjoyable. To me, it's kind of like the Saw movies meets Home Alone, but from a different angle. It's really good. It's from the Twisted Minds brought you Saw 4, 5, and 6. I'm not a big fan of the Saw series, honestly, but I did really enjoy this movie. And I will say, right from the beginning, though, I figured out who the Collector was. And I think generally you can kind of get a grasp for it right away. And you see that right after there's one scene, and then there's kind of like the introduction where they say who produced it and all that kind of stuff. And that part of the introduction part kind of reminded me of an old like Nine Inch Nails kind of music video. But that kind of led a little bit, and then you see another scene, and that's when I just immediately figured out like that's who it is. But even though that happened, I still enjoyed it, and there's certain other little parts that that I called ahead of time. It's very predictable in some aspects, but still an enjoyable movie. And if you've seen this movie, definitely let me know what you think of it. I definitely enjoyed it. I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. I hope they make more of this series, actually, because they left it so they could still make some more, and I hope they do, because I enjoyed it. And I would say recommend it. There's some good gore. So definitely, there's a couple parts where I was like, ooh. There's one part in particular where there's one guy in a basement. The lead guy, by the way, he reminds me of David Arquette a little bit. But there's one part where he meets the Collector, and the Collector has him, and he does this thing where he has this little jar, and I'm not going to tell you too much about it, but that scene kind of freaked me out a little bit. But some good stuff. And some of the special features they have, a couple deleted scenes. I think there's like 2 or 3 deleted scenes, and an alternate ending. The alternate ending was retarded. I mean, it was just one part in the movie that they just didn't, where they would end it there, and of course you knew they weren't going to end it there. So, and also there was a music video over here by Nico Vega. It's called The Beast, and it plays at the end of the movie, and it was just a phenomenal song, and the music video is amazing. Definitely check that music video if they have it online somewhere. Ah, beautiful mixture of the music was perfect for the scenes in this movie. Just perfect. The music video, mwah, superb. And again, it's from the writers of Saw 4, 5, and 6. The Collector is basically about the lead protagonist. His name is Arkin. He's a likable character, even though he has his faults. He's a good person overall. There's one scene in particular where he has a chance to leave somebody, but he goes back for them. And he's just an all-around good guy. He's an ex-con, though. He breaks into places and robs them. He's really good at picking locks, breaking into safes, and things of that nature. And it basically all starts out, he's working at this one house, and he knows that they're going to be out of town, and they have a lot of money. The guy, he owns a jewelry company, blah, blah, blah. And so he knows they're going to be out of town, so he goes there. I guess his wife or girlfriend or baby mama drama, needs some money for some loan sharks that night by midnight, so he goes there, and against the will of the fencers, and he convinces the fencers that he has to do it tonight to get the money, and he has a little daughter as well, so he's looking out for her too. And so he goes back to the house, and while he gets there, he realizes that the Collector was already there, and that the people that live there actually didn't escape, and they're being tortured, and it goes on from there. And so for a while he's hiding out in the house while the Collector finds everybody and starts torturing them, and so on, and it just goes from there. And it was pretty good. The Collector, I wish they would have gone a little bit more in depth about him, shown a little bit more, but I hope they do more in the series. It's definitely set up to do more, and I really liked the ending of it as well. And when the credits roll, there's a scene at the very end where it's just like a 2-second clip, but I kind of like that part as well. It plays into that, and the beginning scene and a couple other scenes. Collector, I freaking love this movie. I'm gonna buy this movie. I really did enjoy it. Some great gore in it. I wish they would go a little bit more in depth about the Collector himself, certain aspects of that, the Collector theme. But again, I really did enjoy it. Some good gore, and I hope they do more in that series as well. And hope everybody's doing well.